How to resolve IP addresses to domain names. I know it is possible to resolve IP addresses to host names, but can it be resolved to domain names?
Yes, you can, sometimes, resolve an IP address back to a hostname. Within DNS, an IP address can be stored against a PTR record. You can use nslookup to resolve both hostnames and IP addresses, though use of nslookup has been deprecated for quite some time. For best results, you should really get a hold of the dig tool. If you're a Linux user, this is available as part of nsutils, Debian, or similar package. If you're a Windows user, you can follow instructions such as these to install dig. You can then do to look up the IP4 address for a host, or to look up the IP6 address for a host, or to look up the hostname for IP4 address, www.30.yi.c, note the octets are reversed, or to get the hostname for the IP6 address 2001:db8:567:89
nslookup in LT, ipaddress in GT, or nslookup in LT, hostname in GT.
You can use nslookup, dig, or other network tool to possibly get a domain name for an IP address, but it's not necessarily going to be the one you're expecting. Unlike normal DNS lookups, where many names can resolve to a single IP address, reverse DNS lookups can only resolve to a single name, and that's handled by whomever controls the reverse DNS information for the IP block in question. Nobody else can set up a PTR record on a random IP address block. This is in contrast to normal DNS lookups, where anyone can set up a domain name and create a records pointing at whatever IP addresses they'd like. This server fault question has a bit more info on this topic. My point is that just because you can do it doesn't mean that you'll get what you're expecting or that it will be useful.
Dig has the X address option. Reverse lookups, mapping addresses to names, are simplified by the X option. Address is an IP4 address in dotted decimal notation, or a colon-delimited IP6 address. When this option is used, there is no need to provide the name, class and type arguments. For example, dig x82.165.8.211. As an aside, the IP address was in the journal prologue of an Arctic 710 dev board, and I thought it had been hacked. I couldn't remember the dig option to do this without using the tedious PTR method, but then I saw Michael's comment. And the man page for dig just mentions it in passing. I didn't even notice it until I found the answer here and went back and searched for it. PS the address resolved to ip4.command.net, and then I found it. I wasn't hacked. The log entries that caused concern were
Review. Proszę podhamyć. Proszę konsider subscribing.